While this week is relatively quiet for new upcoming PlayStation 4 games, there are a couple of games that are worth highlighting, and that's what I'm going to do in this video. Specifically, 6 new PS4 games that are out this week that you should know about. Without further ado, let's get right into it, and I want to kick things off with a Jrpg that I'm very excited to make the transition to the PS4, and that's Ys Memories of Celceta. This is a long-lasting franchise. Ys has been around for a very long time. A lot of you guys have probably played Ys 8. Unfortunately, a lot of the other Ys titles are not available on the PS4. However, with Memories of Celceta coming to the PS4, hopefully that makes a pathway for the other titles to also drop on the PS4 sometime in the near future. Memories of Celceta was originally released on the PlayStation Vita, and I played it on the Vita, and it was quite good. Not a perfect game, however, if you know what Ys is all about, you know that you're going to get some quality action-oriented gameplay, you know that the story is going to be pretty good, and you know that the music is going to be absolutely stellar. Obviously, with this being a game that was originally developed for the Vita, I wouldn't expect anything groundbreaking from a visual sense. It wasn't even that amazing on the PlayStation Vita, but generally speaking, Ys isn't that kind of franchise that is going to be pushing the envelope from a technical standpoint. However, the gameplay is really good, the presentation's quite good, the story's always pretty good, it's always just a very consistent. If I can say anything about the Ys franchise as a whole, consistency seems to be the name of the game, and with Memories of Celceta, I think you're going to find that once again. This one has you once again play as Adol Christian. He awakens in the unfamiliar land of Salcido, remembering nothing more than his own name. Bereft of his past, Adol explores the town he happened to wander into, searching for any clues at all to his identity, joined by a thief who claims to have spent some time at his side. These past weeks, the young adventurer helps rescue doomed miners from a collapse, an act which ingratiates him to the local army general. Impressed with their skills, the pair is enlisted to explore the great forest of Celceta and map its vast expanses, a task which many have attempted in the past, but from which none have ever returned alive. Pretty general setup for a JRPG, pretty basic I should say, and this one will be out later this week. In fact, it'll actually be out tomorrow, and you'll be able to pick it up for $29.99 or the physical edition for $39.99, so relatively well priced as well. Next up, here's a really cool first-person shooter, an old school one, Project Warlock. This came out on PC back in December of 2018, but it's a first-person shooter that fans of Doom, Hexen, and Wolfenstein cannot miss. It serves you an exploding cocktail of bullets, spells, and monsters, battle through 60 levels of non-stop action packed with bloodthirsty enemies and challenging bosses. The game is relatively cheap on PC at $12. I don't know if that's what we're going to be getting the price for, but the game notes one man and his guns become a mysterious warlock who embarks onto a dangerous mission to eradicate all evil. Put your finger on the trigger and travel through time and space to wreak havoc like in the golden days of fast-paced, adrenaline-pumping first-person shooters, hooking you for hours of super fun carnage. Let's rock and roll. Again, 60 vast levels in 5 different settings, from frozen Antarctic base to the sands of Egypt to the medieval castles, courts, and graveyards. Find keys to unlock passages, reveal secret caches with ammo and gold, use lifts and hidden buttons to access new areas, finally descend to hell to face the ultimate challenge and emerge victorious. Combat tons of enemies, from flying demons to 5-story robots, splashing walls and floors with their blood and chunks, dodge bullets and projectiles, figure out strategies and weapons that work best against each of the nasty villains, learn their moves and stay one step ahead to survive through the levels, face mega bosses in the vast final arenas to complete each world, expand your arsenal with new weapons found along your way, from powerful blades to massive guns, collect and develop your favorite gear, and master the craft of carnage, reach into a vast arsenal of 38 types of weapons and learn their secret tricks to deliver maximum damage fast, grab ammo and spit out a series of bullets, walls of flames, and burst of magic shots to bring down enemies foolish enough to stand in your way. In totality, you've got 60 levels, 5 worlds, 72 enemy types, 38 weapons, 8 spells, and 12 different perks, so quite a bit of depth to this title as well. Right now, it is available for $4.80 on PC with a discount available, so if you do want to check it out for that, that is an option. However, otherwise, it will be coming to PlayStation 4 come June 9th, which is tomorrow. Next up, we have Beyond Blue. Beyond Blue is a game that was released on Apple Arcade, Apple making some strides into offering compelling games on their platform, but now it's making the transition to PS4, and it's a single-player narrative adventure that takes you deep into our planet's beating blue heart, explore the awesome wonder and unbounded mystery that exists within the world's ocean. Set in the near future, it explores the mysteries of our ocean through the eyes of Mariah. Deep-sea explorer and scientists become a part of a newly formed research team using groundbreaking technologies to see, hear, and interact with the ocean in a more meaningful way than has ever been attempted. Throughout 8 different dives, you'll explore the untouched world of our ocean and use technology at the edge of our understanding, tracking sea creatures, unraveling mysteries, and interacting with the ocean like never before. Experience an evocative narrative with full voice cast, Anna Akana, and a lot more in terms of the narration of the game, and listen to captivating and entertaining soundtrack featuring an original score and music, and unlock 16 unique mini documentaries called Ocean Insights that feature original footage and interviews with science's leading ocean experts. So a lot of quality content looks to be in this title. It was received pretty well on Apple Arcade, and now it's coming to PS4 come June 11th. Next up, here's a game that I am personally very much interested in, and that is Warborn. Now this is because it's a mecha-based title. However, it's not an action-oriented mecha title, rather it's more of a turn-based strategy with tactics elements as well. Deploy for armor in the variable armor, a technology-advanced suit of war. With turn-based tactics and quick-fire clashes, lead a strike force of deadly mecha to bring peace to the solar system in a 40-mission campaign that's relatively lengthy depending on the gravitas of each mission. Nevertheless, create your own maps as well, practice in skirmish or battle across multiplayer. So this one also has quite a few modes, and you can choose from 4 commanders, each representing a different faction, and bring with them their own unique power, traits, and playstyle. Think tactically as you move your units, clash with rival mecha, and watch the outcome in dramatic battle sequences inspired by 90s Japanese animations. Call in reinforcements from orbit by picking from a range of mass-produced units with differing combat roles. Assemble a force led into battle and strike fear into the enemy with imposing second-generation variable armors piloted exclusively by your commander. Advance and push forward and secure your supremacy on a battlefield of hexagonal area tiles. Use a variety of terrain types to take cover or undermine the enemy, and capture structures to gain additional resources or deployment sites. And battle, of course, inflict status effects, plant traps, support allies. Each type of variable armor is armed with its own specialist equipment and unique skills, allowing you to engage the enemy with a variety of tactical options and a variety of game modes as well. You've got campaign, you've got skirmish and multiplayer, then you've got the map editor as well. That should add quite the longevity in terms of gameplay in the title, because if you have a map editor, that's essentially a extended amount of content that you're gonna have depending on the depth of the map editor. I don't want to say a limitless amount of content, but map editors and creation suites like that always seem to add to a longevity of a game quite a bit. Next up, we have Daemon TR Plus. Now this looks like a pretty cool game. Enter the dungeons of King Thogsar and destroy his demonic minions, combining the best elements of Xenon Valkyrie Plus and Riddle Corpses EX. This is the latest game in the Diabolical Mind trilogy. The game notes an epic storyline. You've got 2-player local cooperation mode, so local co-op only, 8 heroes with different stats and abilities, procedurally generated dungeons, high-quality chiptune music, twin-stick shooting, achievements, and localized into 4 different languages. Thosgar, a hated king attracted by demonic rituals, turned into a dark and diabolical being, destroying almost all of humanity and flooding the world with monsters. The story became a legend and peace returned to the land. Thousands of years later, a mysterious pit appears in the village after a huge earthquake where an evil aura emanates from. Will you be the hero to save the world? This is a super generic setup for a story. Like, I've seen this so much when talking about a variety of different RPGs. Oh, the big bad from years ago was slain and then peace returned to the land, but now you're living in the world where the peace is threatened once again, and will you be there to rise up? Now, generally, it's fine if it has a generic setup. It really comes down to the gameplay and how that story is explored. We'll see how Daemon TR Plus does turn out. It'll be available tomorrow for just $9.99. And lastly, here's a crazy game, Epic Dumpster Bear 2, He Who Bear Wins. Yes, that is the literal name of this game. Noting his force was destroyed by corporate greed, now it's Dumpster Bear's turn for vengeance. Epic Dumpster Bear 2 is an action-packed platformer with gameplay that harkens back to the glory days of 16-bit platformers. A thrilling new chapter in the Dumpster Bear saga, the long-awaited sequel to the cult classic Epic Dumpster Bear 2 is an action-packed platformer where you play as a dumpster bear seeking revenge for the destruction of his forest, containing 6 worlds of expertly designated levels, gripping cinematic, and gameplay that harkens back to the glory days of 16-bit platformers. You've got 6 worlds with over 43 expertly designed levels to complete, tight and responsive play controls, challenging boss fights, secret exits, and levels to be discovered. So yeah, this is a completely zany game, but honestly, with the title of the game, I am inherently kind of interested in it. I mean, the game is called Epic Dumpster Bear 2. The fact that there was an Epic Dumpster Bear 1, I find a little bit surprising. Nevertheless, the gameplay in the title definitely looks a little old school, and I'm not saying that this is going to be the most polished game in the world, but come on, you're playing as a goddamn dumpster bear. If you're not excited by that, honestly, you're probably not human, but Epic Dumpster Bear 2 will be out tomorrow. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, while I wouldn't say we have the heavy hitter this week, we do have The Last of Us Part 2 next week, which I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm interested to see how the general reception of the game is after the game actually does drop. Still not a game I'm completely sold on. I'm looking forward to July and Ghost of Tsushima, but this week, Ys Memories of Celceta is definitely a game I'm interested in. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.